So when I was in 3rd grade, we had this thing called Star Attraction, where every week one kid would be picked from a jar, and they would give a presentation on that Monday about, it was pretty much a show and tell. They would tell something about themselves, something they really liked, and then they would write a letter about it, and they would present it to the class. And then later in that week, all the kids would write a letter back to the student about their take on that particular whatever they presented it about. Then our teacher would put it together into a book and give it to the student that presented for their Star Attraction. So I found my book. It is called Katie's Letters, Star Attraction in highlighter. And I thought some of these were a little interesting. My presentation was about how I had found this lizard. Like, I just found this lizard like 2 days ago in my garden, but then I was convinced that it was my pet lizard, and I called it Wiggly, and then I told everyone that I had had Wiggly for a really long time, and I brought it to class for my presentation, and I was like, my favorite lizard is Wiggly, other than Komodo dragons, because it's a dragon, and I really like dragons, because I was really into dragons and dinosaurs, just like every other kid on the planet. Maybe not so much to that weirdness. I did my presentation about lizards and Komodo dragons, so all the kids wrote about that same thing back to me. Dear Katie, my favorite kind of reptiles are frogs. I like frogs because they're cute. I think they're so small. I also like frogs because some of them are slippery. Frogs eat different kinds of insects. I don't have a frog, but still think they're cute. I don't know much about frogs. I really like that line because I felt it was pretty self-evident, but it's nice that they still threw that in there. Now you know what my favorite reptile is. I like frogs. Your friend, Shelby. This is Shelby's picture of a frog. I don't think she's ever seen a frog before. Dear Katie, my favorite reptile is a turtle. I like them because they're harmless. Turtles are like snails because when snails get scared, they tuck their eyes in. I do that too. Dear Katie, my favorite reptile is an alligator because they have sharp and big teeth. When they eat, they go to a waterfall, open their mouth, and wait for fish and then catch them in their mouth. Sometimes when alligators' eggs won't hatch, then they put it in their mouth and squeeze it. That's really violent. I actually don't know if that's true or not. I want to say no, but it almost sounds like something so terrible that the animal kingdom would actually do it. I think this is my favorite one, not for the letter. Her favorite reptile is a turtle, which is cool. I mean, she does go, do you know about turtles? I don't know about turtles, but I think they're cool. And then, it's pretty clear she does not know about turtles because her illustration of a turtle kind of looks like a sloth? I don't know. What is that? And that's about it for my Star Attraction book. That's what it's called. I don't know. It's probably more interesting to me since it was written to me and it's people that I still kind of know. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool when people talk about stuff from their childhood. I'm gonna fill up the rest of it with little pictures that I draw during class. But this is kind of my own little brain crack that I do sometimes. Here it is.
Wicka wicka bow bow chicka bow bow bow. Wicka bow bow wow wow wow. Wicka bow bow chicka bow dow dow.